Really?
Yeah, my league average is 183.
So you're wrecking shop in your league.
Actually, no. There's another guy who goes from the first one who's averaging over 200 right now.
Keep us posted. I want to know when you beat your 248. I think it will happen this year.
He did it in the first week.
Yeah, but I want you to beat it though.
Oh.
All right, here we go. The student council sent its members on 4 field trips during the school year. Whoop-de-doo. Does anybody care that they went on 4 field trips?
No.
I don't care. Maybe you do. Look at Bennett just cheesing up here.
Hey!
The number of buses needed to transport the members on each trip is a function. If it's a function, then that means our x values can never repeat. Do we agree? The number of members who went on each trip. This function consists of only the ordered pairs, 52-3, 72-4, 86-5, and 105-6. What is the domain for this situation? Now, before I continue on this problem, I want you to understand what the problem's asking. Students go on a field trip. Okay? X represents the number of students. What do you think Y represents? Number of buses. So here's what it's saying. If there are 52 students, we need 3 buses. If there are 72 students, we need 4 buses. 86, we need 5 buses, and 105, we need 6 buses. Do we agree we could graph that? Okay, do we agree if we really wanted to, we could find the slope from these two? Do you realize that you could also have the point and the slope, which would give you a point slope form, which would give you the y-intercept, which will give you y equals mx plus b, which would give you everything you need to know? That's awesome. I was just trying to connect the dots here. But what's the question asking me? What is the domain? And what does domain mean, Brian? All x values. So that means 52, 72, 86, 105. Therefore, the answer has to be what?
C.
Answer choice C. Easy enough there. Okay? Question 2. All right. Welcome to the show. It says the daily cost of hiring a plumber Y. Now notice when it has this single letter here, it's referring to what variable we're talking about. The daily cost of hiring a plumber Y to work X hours. So Y is the daily cost, X is the number of hours. Okay? Does everybody follow that? Which makes sense when we think about our equations. Y usually equals total, X usually equals whatever quantity we're talking about. Students was X, buses was Y. To work on a repair project can be modeled using a linear function. The plumber charges a fixed cost of $80 plus an additional cost of $45 per hour. The plumber works a maximum of 8 hours per day. For 1 day of work, what is the range of the function for this situation? All right, let's tie this all together here. Somebody put this into slope-intercept form for me. All the information's there. There's no math required. All you have to do is be able to articulate what piece goes with what. Carter, put it in slope-intercept form for me.
So y equals 8x.
Just Thank you for trying, Carter. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hayden, give it to me.
Y equals mx plus 80.
That's the formula I'm looking for, yes. So you're not wrong, but I want it to be specific to this problem. Brian, give it a shot. Y equals 45x plus 80. Y equals 45x plus 80. All right, let me just walk you through that. A fixed cost, that means a one-time fee. So if I call up the plumber, I say, hello, Paul the plumber, I want you to come fix my toilet. My brother had a massive accident in there.
Whoa.
And he says $80 to come out. He said, this phone call is costing me $80. I say, wow, that sucks, but okay. Then he says, now every hour I'm out there, it's going to cost $45. Okay? You guys following me so far? $80 just for the phone call, $45 for every hour. Does that make sense?
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money. If you ever have plumbing issues, it's a lot of money. So, the question now asks me, the plumber works a maximum of 8 hours per day. What is the range of this situation? First of all, what does range mean, X or Y?
Y.
So what I'm looking for is what is the total amount that we could possibly spend for this plumber? Let me ask you this. What is the smallest amount of money I can spend to have this plumber come out? $80. Because like I said, the fixed cost or the phone call or just the connection is going to be $80. And we can also prove that by doing this. I don't know. I'm gonna erase this. Can I erase this? We're all okay with that? So if I have y equals 45x plus 80. If I plug in a 0 for x, 45 times 0 is 0 plus 80 is 80, which means that for 0 hours of work, y equals 80. Are we all on board with that? Right here is the most important part though. The plumber works a maximum of 8 hours per day. So I don't care what he does for 3 hours or 5 hours. I want to know what's the range between 0 and 8. Okay, you guys have calculators on your laptops. What is 8 times 45? Ella?
Or no, it's 360.
360. And then if I add my 80 to it, what do I get?
400.
440. So here it's 80, here it's 440. Does everybody understand what Ella just did there? She multiplied 8 hours, the most he could work, by 45, his hourly rate. Then she went back in and added the $80 for the phone call. And therefore what that tells me is that it could cost me anywhere from $80 to $440. That is the range. Now I want you to see something though. In every domain and range question you're going to have on your test, what does this right here represent?
Function.
Not your function.
Warsaw.
Keep trying, you're getting warmer.
The domain.
It's the domain, right? Don't we agree that for x I did 0 to 8? So if you did not know your vocabulary, wouldn't that have seemed like a logical choice? If I drive down this one, why does this one have to be wrong?
It has a 10.
It has a 10, but also y'all, if you look a little bit closer, what letter is in between here? An X. An X on these ones. These ones are range. What's wrong with this one? Can anybody tell me?
Too high and it's
Well, why is it too high? Where did they get those numbers? You know they're not just random numbers. Can anybody tell me what they did differently? Katie?
I think
Yeah, they did it. They put the slope as the y-intercept and the y-intercept as the slope. 45, that's my hourly rate, not my fixed rate. And I guarantee you, if you multiplied 80 times 8, you would get 685. Anybody want to verify that for me?
No, that's not possible.
It's not 685?
No,
640.
it's 640.
Okay, so then add 45 to it and you would get 685. But that, you can see that the numbers are not just random numbers though. Okay, and our last one. A plane can carry a maximum cargo weight of 160,000 pounds. A company uses one of these planes to ship a 2,000-pound container. The total cargo weight is a function of the number of containers in the plane. What is the greatest value in the domain for this situation? Okay, so as I wrap this question up, here's what I want to just say. It's giving me the maximum amount that we can have, right? Anytime we're talking about total, what is that referring to? That's our Y. Okay, so this would be our Y value. It says a company uses one of these planes to ship 2,000-pound containers. Okay, so what you would do for this problem is you would multiply 2,000 times the value to figure out how many you could get on that plane. And whatever the maximum number that would be is what it would be. Does that make sense? Or have I totally lost you on that? Clear enough? All right, we're down to 2 minutes left in class. I'm going to stop this. I'll upload these shortly.